Across the golden plains of West Africa, a new story is being written, one of courage, unity, and transformation. Once overlooked and struggling under foreign control, Burkina Faso is now making headlines for an extraordinary reason. Under the leadership of Ibrahim Traoré, the nation has earned over $18 billion from its gold mines, and the whole world is watching in disbelief. Cut to visuals of gold mining sites, Traoré addressing soldiers, and Indian and Ghanaian flags waving side by side. This is not just a story about gold. It's a story about African independence, South-South cooperation, and the rebirth of a proud nation standing on its own 2 feet. And right at the heart of this transformation stands a new alliance: Burkina Faso, India, and Ghana. Welcome to Iazicho Africa, where we bring you powerful stories reshaping the new face of Africa. Today, we uncover how Ibrahim Traoré's leadership and a historic partnership with India and Ghana ignited Burkina Faso's gold era, a revolution worth $18 billion and growing. Music fades into a hopeful rhythm as the narration begins. Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in West Africa, was once among the world's poorest countries. Despite sitting on vast mineral wealth, especially gold, most Burkinabe citizens saw little benefit from it. For decades, foreign corporations dominated the gold sector, extracting resources while leaving the local economy in shambles. Revenues flowed to foreign banks, not to the streets of Ouagadougou or the farms of Bobo Dioulasso. By 2020, more than 70% of Burkina Faso's gold exports were controlled by Western companies. Local miners worked under harsh conditions for minimal pay, while corruption and insecurity made the situation worse. Then came Captain Ibrahim Traoré. In September 2022, Traoré led a bold political change that captured the attention of the continent. His mission was clear: reclaim the nation's destiny, its dignity, and most importantly, its natural wealth. Under his leadership, the message was simple: Burkina Faso's resources will serve Burkinabe first. That philosophy became the cornerstone of a new national policy, one focused on economic sovereignty, regional partnerships, and strategic resource management. Soon after assuming power, Ibrahim Traoré's government launched a major reform of the gold mining sector, renegotiating mining contracts. Foreign companies were told that new terms would apply, ones that ensured at least 60% of gold revenue stayed in Burkina Faso. The days of unfair contracts signed under pressure or corruption were over. This move initially sparked resistance from some foreign investors, but Traoré stood firm. He famously declared in a public address, "No more exploitation. Our gold must shine for our people, not for strangers." State-owned gold enterprises. To strengthen control, the government established Burkina Gold Corporation, BGC, a new state enterprise designed to manage public stakes in mining projects and ensure transparent revenue distribution. Local community benefits. 10% of mining royalties were redirected toward local community development, building schools, hospitals, and water systems near mining areas. Partnership with India and Ghana. But perhaps the smartest move was not internal, it was external. Traoré reached out to India and Ghana, 2 nations with experience, technology, and shared values of independence and mutual respect. India's involvement changed everything. New Delhi had been expanding its reach in Africa through mining technology transfer, engineering partnerships, and refinery collaborations. When Burkina Faso approached India for a new type of gold alliance, one based on equality, the response was immediate: technology and refining support. India provided modern refining machinery to help Burkina Faso process its own gold domestically instead of exporting raw ore. This alone increased revenue by nearly 40%, as refined gold carries higher market value. Training programs. Hundreds of Burkinabe engineers and mining specialists received scholarships and training in Indian mining institutes. Through the India-Africa Mining Initiative, experts were sent to Burkina Faso to set up labs, refineries, and safety systems. Joint ventures. Indian private companies, especially from Gujarat and Mumbai, partnered with Burkina Faso's local miners to form joint mining ventures, ensuring profits were shared fairly. For India, the partnership was about more than money. It was about strengthening South-South cooperation, building trust, and countering Western dominance in Africa's resource sectors. As one Indian diplomat said in 2024, Burkina Faso doesn't need charity. It needs partnership. And India is proud to stand with Africa on equal footing. If India brought technology, Ghana brought experience. Ghana is Africa's leading gold producer, and its expertise became crucial to helping Burkina Faso modernize its mining systems. Through the Burkina-Ghana Gold Corridor Initiative, both countries agreed to share geological data and mapping techniques, build a cross-border gold refinery hub in northern Ghana, create a joint reserve system, stabilizing gold prices in West Africa. This collaboration turned Ghana into a mentor and partner, not a competitor. Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo described the partnership as an African solution for African wealth. The result was an integrated gold ecosystem that kept value within the continent, not exported to Europe or North America. By mid-2025, the results were astonishing. According to Burkina Faso's Ministry of Finance, national gold exports surged by 65% compared to 2022. Domestic gold refining increased by over 120%. The government collected record-breaking royalties and taxes amounting to more than $18 billion in total gold-related income. This figure included corporate taxes from new joint ventures, profits from state-owned shares in mining, local community royalties, export earnings from refined gold bars shipped to Asia and Africa. Burkina Faso's gold was no longer hidden under foreign control. It was being refined, sold, and invested in by Africans themselves, with support from trusted partners. The most remarkable part of this gold revolution wasn't just in the numbers. It was in the lives of ordinary Burkinabe citizens. Infrastructure development. New roads were constructed to link mining areas to major cities. A portion of gold revenue funded the Ouagadougou-Bobo Expressway, cutting transport time in half. Education and health. Schools were built in mining towns like Hound and Kaya. Government funding provided free technical education for young Burkinabe interested in mining, geology, and engineering. Health centers received modern equipment, and a national gold fund for health was established to sponsor rural clinics. Jobs and small businesses. The boom created thousands of jobs across logistics, transportation, and jewelry sectors. Local artisans began using Burkinabe gold for African-designed ornaments, now sold in markets across West Africa. Women in mining. Women miners, once sidelined, were now integrated into the new cooperative model. Traoré's government launched the Women in Gold Initiative, providing loans and training to empower female entrepreneurs in mining-related trades. Of course, not everyone celebrated this transformation. Some Western media labeled Traoré's reforms as nationalist or anti-investment. Former multinational corporations lobbied international agencies to sanction or isolate Burkina Faso. But the nation stood strong, backed by regional support from India, Ghana, Mali, and Niger. The Burkinabe people rallied behind their leader, seeing him as a symbol of African pride and sovereignty. Public murals of Traoré appeared across cities, with slogans reading, "Our gold, our future." This wave of unity showed that Africa was tired of exploitation and ready to lead itself. The success of Burkina Faso's gold reforms sent shockwaves across the continent. Countries like Mali, Niger, and Guinea began revising their mining contracts, seeking partnerships with India and other Asian nations on fairer terms. The African Union even discussed forming a Pan-African Gold Council, inspired by the Burkina-Ghana partnership model. Meanwhile, Indian and Ghanaian diplomats toured West Africa, offering technical support and investment models that could replicate Burkina Faso's success elsewhere. It was no longer just about Burkina Faso. It was about a continental awakening. Traoré's government isn't stopping at gold. Diversification. The next phase includes manganese, lithium, and phosphate development, resources in high demand for global green technologies. Gold-backed currency plans. There are ongoing talks between Burkina Faso, Mali, and Ghana about introducing a regional gold-backed digital currency, reducing dependence on the CFA franc and promoting African financial independence. Education and innovation. A new mining and technology university in Ouagadougou is being developed with support from Indian and Ghanaian academics to train the next generation of African geoscientists. To many Africans, Ibrahim Traoré represents more than a leader. He embodies a movement toward African control of African resources. Under his leadership, Burkina Faso transformed its identity from a war-torn nation into a model of strategic resilience. Gold became not a curse, but a tool for unity, empowerment, and sovereignty. From the bustling streets of Ouagadougou to the gold-rich hills of Gawa, pride fills the air. The message is clear. This is the new Africa. Brave, independent, and shining in gold. In just a few years, Burkina Faso has written one of Africa's greatest economic stories, turning $18 billion in gold revenue into a symbol of independence and hope. With India's technology, Ghana's partnership, and Ibrahim Traoré's bold leadership, a once-forgotten nation now stands as a beacon of African potential. This is not the end of the journey. It's the beginning of an era. The gold era of Burkina Faso, and perhaps the gold era of Africa itself. Cut to montage of Burkinabe workers, engineers, and students smiling as the nation's flag waves in slow motion. Thank you for watching Iazicho Africa, where we tell the stories of Africa's rise, one nation at a time. If you believe Africa's future is golden, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with the world. Because the world needs to know, Africa is rising, and it's shining brighter than ever before.